As we regularly cover the UK's migrant crisis, let's not just talk about the small boats and illegal entries, but also those who are using the student visas to stay longer than expected and bring in their relatives. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UK's most watched political show on the internet. This is about the migrant crisis, and this is about telling the truth, not just in regards to the illegal migrant entries, especially via the small boats, but of course, the legal mass migration, which is causing some issues, not just in terms of the burden on the public services, the housing crisis, but of course, the identity and culture of our nation. Now, student visas and foreign students. So the government have been urged to clamp down on foreign students in terms of the numbers coming in, but of course the universities and the elites are kicking off because you know what's good for them? Money. Foreign students bring in money. It's all about that. Curbing foreign students would damage the UK universities warn. Now this, we got some data from the ONS that was reported by the Times. This is quite important to actually focus on because the issue with the foreign students isn't just themselves. There are two problems. One is those who stay longer than planned. Some actually get lost in the system as usual, and but they also have the ability to bring in their other family members and relatives because they are students here. And again, when relatives come, they just stay and then that's it. And some countries and some foreign students, there are more relatives coming in than the actual students themselves. And this does matter. Now, when it comes to the number of foreign students, this went up to about 476,000 in the year to September, a couple of months ago. This is a 76% increase on 2019. They also brought in 116,000 dependents and relatives with them, which contributed to 577,994 migrants. Now, India have been sending the most of the students, 127,530 people. But Nigerians, quite interesting. Nigerians are brought in with 50,631. They brought in 51,637 dependents. So they brought in more dependents and more relatives with them. How many dependents do you actually need? How many people do you actually need to bring in for you to be here? But also, why is it that there's no clampdown on the fact that those who say that we're just going to come, do the 3 years of whatever university course, but then there's no chasing up in terms of the actual process, and they just stay around. Now, Tom Harwood from GB News, who's a new liberal, and is in favor of migration, clearly a lot of migration, economic migration. He tweeted saying, well, we shouldn't even count the students as in terms of the numbers of migration. So students shouldn't count. Interesting enough, Nick Timothy, who used to be advisor to Theresa May, even Nick Timothy said, students are in the stats in line with the international definitions. They use housing, healthcare, transport. They often bring dependents. Only 61% of the students leave after finishing their university course. So a large minority are more permanent than many migrants. Most of them attend the lowest ranked uni. So it's not really any contribution to the country. And of course, any work that they do, at times they end up sending their money back to their original country anyway. So the money is leaving the UK. So they're not really contributing to the economy. Not every single person, but of course there will be a big group that do that. And we have to talk about the truth. We have to say what is actually happening in our country, even if the rest of the media are not doing it. Now, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have a couple of updates for you guys today. The next video is going to be quite interesting. It's about Rishi Sunak and his dodgy relationship with China's President Xi. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.